He had conquered empires, humbled kings, and marched armies across the frozen heart of Europe. But in the summer of 1807, Napoleon Bonaparte met an enemy he never saw coming. To celebrate a hard-won peace treaty, his chief of staff arranged a grand rabbit hunt, a tradition of the aristocracy, a display of power and leisure after years of bloodshed. Hundreds of rabbits were gathered for the event. Cages lined the field. Officers stood ready. Napoleon himself raised his gun, prepared for an eat and starving, trained since birth to run toward humans at the sight of a feeding hand. The cages opened, and instead of scattering into the trees, the rabbits turned and charged straight at the Emperor of France. What began as amusement collapsed into chaos. Rabbits swarmed his legs, climbed his coat, and surged toward his carriage in a tide no one could control. His officers laughed, then panicked, as the animals kept coming, undeterred by shouts, sticks, or the swing of a riding crop. Napoleon, the man who stood firm under cannon fire, was forced to retreat, scrambling into his carriage as the rabbits pursued him across the field. Even as the carriage doors slammed shut, the rabbits pressed against the wheels, some say launching themselves at the windows in a final desperate way. Historians still debate the details, but the core of the story survived for over 2 centuries, whispered in French court circles as a moment of pure, absurd humiliation. It was never recorded.
It was never recorded in his military dispatches. No monument marks the field, but those who witnessed it never forgot the sight of an emperor fleeing farm rabbits. The irony was inescapable. A man who reshaped the map of Europe could not outmaneuver a few hundred hungry animals bred for the wrong kind of hunt. Some say the story symbolizes the fragility of power, how even the mightiest men can be undone by the smallest, most unexpected forces. Whether legend or fact, the tale endures because it reveals something timeless, that history is not only made of victories, but also of moments too strange to invent. And so, the emperor who once ruled the continent is remembered in one bizarre afternoon, not for conquest, but for retreat.